Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the AGL Gotenks after his Extreme Z Awakening in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now obviously, full disclaimer, he's a general banner unit. I believe, mine is, mine is 2 dupes, so unfortunately not able to do a 55% showcase. But Gotenks is an interesting unit, very much a utility-based unit, but we'll talk about that. He has a time limit category lead of Key +3, HP attack and defense of 130%, and greatly raises his defense in 1 turn whilst causing supreme damage to all enemies with a high chance of stunning. He has attack and defense of 150%, and an additional attack and defense of 150%, and performs a guaranteed critical hit when facing only 1 enemy. He gets an additional 150% defense and launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. He has a time limit category support of 50% and 3 key, and he gets an additional attack and evasion chance of 10% with each attack performed up to 50. His link skills are the Innocence, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Fused Fighter, and Fierce Battle, and he's on the Earthbred Fighters, Fused Fighters, Fusion, Gifted Warriors, Hybrid Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Special Pose, Super Saiyans, Time Limit, and Youth categories. Overall, his hidden potential system, I would probably say you're looking at majority evasion. He has crits when facing 1 enemy, which is nice for damage. He has additional supers when facing multiple enemies, which is nice for stunning and utility purposes. But generally speaking, I would say you want to majority go into his evasion. The reason being is his, general, performance in terms of raw numbers isn't anything crazy. I think he builds up now with 2 dupes to roughly a 6, maybe with link leveling and above 7 million attack stat. Defensively, we're looking at around 270 to 300,000 in terms of defense, which is very interesting. So our turn, obviously he greatly raises, so that defense does become well over 400, maybe even close to 500,000 upon super. And with multiple super attacks, that obviously does make things a lot better for him. At the same time, I don't really think you train him for or build him for either his additionals or his crit procking. I think instead what you do is you basically say, okay, I'm rather just going to give him evasion because it's usable in all of his content. So by giving him a large amount of evasion, let's say you give him 30 evasion, what you do is you're boosting his effective evasion rate into around about 65%, close to 70%, which is really solid, and makes him a lot more dependable as a floating support more than anything else, because even with the raw defense, he's not going to get to the heights where he's going to be able to soak up normal attacks or anything like that. He needs functionally, he needs to evade to prevent large portions of damage, especially in the harder content. Where he does thrive and shine is utility though, so 50% support is always cool. Stunning, especially in AoE stunning ability, is exceptional. Very good for World Tournament, very good for SBR, very good for ESBR. Defensively, he's not bad. If you go full evasion, then you're looking at a unit with close to 450, maybe 500k defense, maybe a bit over that if you have him with defensive equips and Rainbow. Then you're looking at a unit that will also have a 65% evasion rate. So it does make him effectively a pretty solid, pretty solid unit at the end of the day with everything considered. Of course, you just need to sort of prioritize certain things with Gotenks. You're not going to get a lot of change out of him if you try to use him in certain ways. He's definitely not a first slot unit. He's almost not even a second slot unit. He's definitely a floater. He thrives there to provide support when he is on rotation. He's good for very stun based situations. He stuns, the AoE super attacks. Don't try to turn him into what he isn't. He isn't a unit that's going to dominate single unit events. He's going to do some solid damage and provide good support. Treat him as such, give him evasion, let him be a good solid floating support and build himself up. You can give him a little bit of additional, and I think that will make things a lot better. So yeah, but that's really it. Overall, not a bad unit at all. I think a lot of good utility. I do think they could have gone a bit harder on the numbers. I don't see an issue with giving him a little bit more evasion, or having him build up his attack and defense and evasion with each attack. I think small change like that would have made him a lot better, and just hang around a little bit longer. Because the thing is defensive numbers were never going to get to super high peaks unless you changed his numbers a lot. But what you could have done is given them utility, that would last a while. So 60 or 70% evasion, really to just kind of hammer home that he's a solid support unit. But overall, pretty interesting unit. Obviously, link-wise, pretty standard as well. Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle. These are all links that are easy to access and easy to use. So it makes them a lot easier to use. And you've got Fierce Battle, Fused Fighter, thank you, got there eventually. Which is good, obviously, for fusion-based characters. So overall, I think Gotenks is in a good spot. Obviously, Int Gotenks benefits greatly from him, from a 50% support that you can pair up with him with 5 links. Generally speaking, is a good indication for a unit to have. Obviously, syncing them together is not always so easy, but there will be moments where they will pair together and you're going to see Int Gotenks really shine. That's it from me. Bye.